Bollywood, Bollywood, Bollywood. Welcome back to Talks. If this is your first time here, we are running an ongoing top 10 series where we take the biggest debates in Bollywood. Who is the greatest director, the greatest actor, the greatest actress, and plenty of other topics, and settle them with real research data instead of opinions. If you haven't seen those episodes yet, the full list is linked in the description. And honestly, if you enjoyed this video, you are going to enjoy those just as much. Now, in part 1 of this series, we counted down rank 10 through rank 6. But today, we have arrived at the biggest and most iconic part of this entire series, rank 5 down to rank 1. These are the names that don't just belong on a list. They define what Bollywood cinema even means to millions of people. Quick reminder on our methodology. We are ranking this purely by footfalls, meaning the actual number of people who walked into theaters and watched these films, combined with inflation adjusted box office data, all compiled from Box Office India, Wikipedia, and cross referenced trade sources. Whenever there is a genuine historical uncertainty in numbers, which happens a lot with older films, we'll clearly flag it as estimated rather than presenting it as a hard fact. That's a promise we made in part 1 and we are keeping it here too. So let's not waste another second. Let's get into biggest half of this countdown. Number 5, Amar Akbar Anthony, 1977. At number 5 is Manmohan Desai's masterpiece Amar Akbar Anthony, arguably the most famous lost and found story in Bollywood history. The film released on 27th May 1977. It was directed and produced by Manmohan Desai himself. The story was written by Jeevan Prabha M. Desai and Pushpa Sharma and screenplay by Prayagraj, and the dialogues were credited to Kader Khan. The three brothers were played by Amitabh Bachchan as Anthony, Vinod Khanna as Amar, and Rishi Kapoor as Akbar. The female leads were Neetu Singh, Parveen Babi, and Shabana Azmi, with Nirupa Roy playing their mother and Pran in a pivotal supporting role. The music was composed by legendary duo Lakshmikant Pyarelal and lyrics by Anand Bakshi. The song My Name is Anthony Gonsalves remains just as iconic as it was back in 1977. The premise itself was a groundbreaking for this time. Three brothers separated in childhood, each raised in different religion, one Hindu, one Muslim, one Christian. This concept was so unique for its era that film became a genuine cultural symbol of Indian secularism and communal harmony, something still referenced in conversations about Bollywood's social role today. At the box office, this became the number one highest grossing Bollywood film of 1977. On the awards front, at the 25th Filmfare Award, it received 7 nominations and walked away with 3 wins. Best Actor for Amitabh Bachchan, Best Music Director for Lakshmikant Pyarelal, and Best Editing for Kamlakar. Here is a fun piece of trivia. The shoot was so logistically complex that the entire cast was never actually brought together on the set at the same time, except for the climax and the title song. And to this day, lost and found stories are considered an entire genre within Bollywood, a genre that this film essentially kickstart. We have created an entire video on unknown facts about Amar Akbar Anthony. The link of the video is in the description. Go and watch it. And let me know in comments if you liked it or not. Number 4, Mother India, 1957. At number 4 is the film behind arguably the most iconic poster image in Indian cinema history, Mother India. The film released on 25th October 1957. It was directed and produced by Mehboob Khan under his own banner Mehboob Productions. The film dialogues were written by Wazahat Mirza and S. Ali Raza, and the story itself was based on Mahmud Khan's own 1940 film Aurat. The lead role was played by Nargis, alongside Sunil Dutt, Rajendra Kumar, and Rajkumar. The music was composed by Naushad and the lyrics were penned by Shakil Badayuni, with songs like Dunya Mein Aaye Hum and Nagri Nagri Dware Dware, which are still considered timeless classics. And now, the biggest achievement of all, Mother India became the first Indian film ever to be nominated for Academy Award in the Best Foreign Language Film category at the 1958 Oscars. To this day, only three Indian films have ever received that honor: Mother India, Salam Bombay, and Lagan. On the awards front, at the 5th Filmfare Awards, Mother India received 5 nominations and won it all 5. Best Film, Best Director for Mehboob Khan, Best Actress for Nargis Dutt, Best Cinematographer, and Best Sound Recordist. That's a perfect clean sweep, something that is genuinely rare in the awards history. The film also received 2 National Film Awards. Here is an emotional piece of trivia. During the shoot, a fire broke out on set, and Sunil Dutt saved Nargis' life. That real life moment became the beginning of a real life love story, and the two later got married. Historical estimates suggest Mother India collected somewhere between 6 to 10 crore footfalls during its run, a fairly wide range, simply because record keeping in 1950s wasn't as organized as it is today. Number 3, Mughal-E-Azam, 1960. At number 3 is the single most grand, most expensive film in Indian cinema of its era, Mughal-E-Azam. The film released on 5th August 1960. It was directed by maestro K. Asif and produced by Shapurji Palanji Mistry for his production company Sterling Investment Corporation. It took nearly 9 years to complete, making it most expensive Indian film production of its time. The cast featured Prithviraj Kapoor as Akbar, Dilip Kumar as Salim, and Madhubala as Anarkali, alongside Durga Khote. The music was composed by Naushad with lyrics by Shakil Badayuni. Songs like Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya remains just as popular today. This film held the record as Bollywood's highest grossing film for 15 straight years, right up until Sholay dethroned it in 1975. And according to several inflation adjusted estimates, some analysts still consider it biggest all-time grosser in Bollywood history when properly adjusted. On the awards front, at the 8th Filmfare Awards, Mughal-E-Azam received the most nominations of the ceremony, 11 in total, and won the Best Film, Best Dialogue, and Best Cinematography. It also received the National Film Award for the Best Feature Film in Hindi. But here is a genuinely stunning twist. Naushad, whose score for this film is still considered as one of the finest in Indian cinema history, lost the Best Music Director award. That award instead went to Shankar Jaikishan for a different film, Dil Apna Aur Preet Parai, a decision that film historians still debate and dispute to this day. According to Box Office India's estimates, Mughal-e-Azam collected approximately 7 to 7.5 crore footfalls in India, a figure that remains one of the most widely cited numbers in Bollywood box office history. Number 2, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, 1994. At number 2 is the film that single-handedly brought the entire families back to the cinema, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun. The film released on 5th August 1994. It was directed and written by Suraj Barjatia and produced by Rajshri Productions, Ajit Kumar Barjatia, Kamal Kumar Barjatia, and Rajkumar Barjatia. The lead roles went to Salman Khan and Madhuri Dixit, supported by Mohnish Bahal, Renuka Shahane, Anupam Kher, Alok Nath, Reema Lagu, and a large ensemble cast. The music was composed by Ram Lakshman, who wrote a total of 14 songs for the film, an unusually large number of that era. The lyrics were written by Dev Kohli and Ravindra Rawal. The film became number 1 highest grossing film of 1994 and the first Bollywood film ever to cross rupees 100 crore mark in collections. At Mumbai's Liberty Cinema, it ran continuously for 125 weeks, more than 2 full years. On the awards front, at the 40th Filmfare Awards, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun received the most nomination of the year, 14 in total, and it won 5 Filmfare Awards. Best Film, Best Director for Suraj Barjatia, Best Actress for Madhuri Dixit, and a special award to Lata Mangeshkar for the song Didi Tera Devar Divana. The film also received National Film Award for Best Popular Film providing wholesome entertainment. Jay Borate won the National Award for Best Choreographer. Here is an interesting footnote. Salman Khan's performance was widely praised and even earned him Best Actor nomination at the Filmfare. but the award ultimately slipped through his fingers. It went to Nana Patekar for the film Krantiveer. And now, the biggest fact of all. According to Box Office India's own official footfalls database, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun remains India's number one all-time footfall record holder with 7.5 crore verified tickets sold, a record that had stood unbroken for over 30 years. Number 1, Sholay, 1975. And now we have arrived at the moment you have all been waiting for, the number one spot. Without a shadow of doubt, the most iconic film in Bollywood history, Sholay. The film released on 15th August 1975, India's Independence Day. It was directed by Ramesh Sippy and produced by his father G.P. Sippy, and written by legendary duo Salim Javed. The cast is without exaggeration the most legendary ensemble cast in Bollywood history. Dharmendra as Veeru, Amitabh Bachchan as Jay, Hema Malini as Basanti, Sanjeev Kumar as Thakur, Jaya Bhaduri as Radha, and Amjad Khan as Gabbar Singh. The music was composed by R.D. Burman with lyrics by Anand Bakshi. Sholay's release was dramatic in itself. Critics initially dismissed it as a flop, but word of mouth turned everything around. And the film went on to become the most successful film ever, running for more than 5 continuous years at Mumbai's Minerva Theatre, a record that has never been broken since. Now let's talk numbers. Sholay set a box office record in India that stood unbroken for 19 years, right up until Hum Aapke Hain Kaun finally surpassed it in 1994. According to Box Office India's estimate, Sholay's total footfall in India crossed 10 crores, and beyond that, it was also a massive overseas hit in Soviet Union where it sold more than 6 crore tickets. Several sources, including Midday and Times of India, estimates its inflation-adjusted gross today to be somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500 crore, though experts continue to disagree on the exact figure. And now, here comes the most shocking twist of the entire list. At the 23rd Filmfare Awards, Sholay received the most nomination of the ceremony, 10 in total, including Best Film, Best Director, Best Actor for Sanjeev Kumar, and Best Supporting Actor for Amjad Khan. And yet, believe it or not, Sholay won just one single award, Best Editing, which was awarded to M.S. Shinde, who edited down 300,000 feet of raw film into just 18,000 feet for the final cut. Almost every other major award that year went to Amitabh Bachchan's another film, Diwar, which swept a total of 7 wins. But history had its final say. In 2005, on Sholay's 50th anniversary, the judges of 50th Filmfare Awards officially crowned it the best film of 50 years. And in 2002, the British Film Institute ranked it number one on their list of top 10 Indian films of all time. And that's exactly why it is our number one pick. A film that was dismissed by critics on release lost almost every award it deserved on the night that mattered, and yet 50 years later remains the single most respected, most watched film in the history of Bollywood. And there you have it, our complete top 10 list. But while putting this list together, a handful of other genuinely deserving films also came incredibly close to making the cut. Before we go, let's give them their due. A quick look at rank 11 through rank 15. At rank 11 is Coolie 1983. Amitabh Bachchan and Rishi Kapoor's film is remembered today just as much for its box office success as for the near fatal on the set injury Amitabh Bachchan suffered during the filming, an incident that drew prayers from millions across the country. At rank 12 is Bobby 1973. Raj Kapoor's romantic drama marked the debut of both Rishi Kapoor and Dimple Kapadia and became such a massive hit in the Soviet Union that it drew an audience of over 6 crore viewers there alone. At rank 13 is Disco Dancer 1982. Mithun Chakravarti's film wasn't quite as dominant domestically, but it became a genuine cultural phenomenon in the Soviet Union, where it was watched by tens of millions of people. At rank 14 is Naseeb 1981, another major Amitabh Bachchan hit that ranked among the top grossing film of its entire year. We have created a video on the same. You can go and watch it. The link is in the description. And at rank 15 is Raja Hindustani 1996, Amir Khan and Karishma Kapoor's romance, which also holds a strong verified position in Box Office India's own official footfall database. That wraps up our 4D Research fact checked countdown of Bollywood's most successful film of all time. If you enjoyed this two-part series, please like both videos and drop a comment telling us which film is on the list of your personal favorite. Share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to Talks because our top 10 series is far from over. And one more thing before you go, if you love the depth of research in this series, don't miss our earlier top 10 episode on Bollywood's best music directors, lyricists, and villains. They are all linked right there in the description, and they deserve just as much of your time as this one did. That's all, folks. See you in the next video. Ciao.